This is a review of the Mondial low-fat, no-oil, healthy air fryer with timer. Inside of the box, you'll find the air fryer itself, an English instruction manual, two manuals that are in a foreign language, and a partition that will go inside of the frying chamber. On top of the device, you'll see the temperatures to use for different types of materials, chicken nuggets, French fries, chicken, steak, for example. This gives the temperatures to cook it at, and the temperatures are in degrees C. On the top here, you'll see two lights. This is the on light, and this light here, when it's lit, means that the fryer is heating up. The top dial here is a dial that allows you to set the time in minutes, so you can set your cooking time and forget about it. It'll shut off by itself. And then here you have the temperature setting that you should be aware of. It's in degrees C. Here you can see the dial is marked at degrees C from off up to 200 degrees C, which is the equivalent of 392 degrees F. So this does get quite hot, and you should be careful when using it. Inside of the front of the cooker is the frying pan itself. It's coated with nanoceramic, which prevents stains and things from sticking to it. It's a very good surface and easy to clean. By flipping up this cover and pressing the button below it, you can lift the internal frying pan out of the fryer for serving and for washing. Both of these items can be used and washed in the sink. So what's the advantage of air frying? You don't have to put any added grease in. You put your food in here. You can even add two things if you're cooking for one or for two people. There's a partition here that you can insert into the frying bowl, and for example put some chicken on one side and potatoes on the other and fry them both at the same time. The process is that superheated air is circulated rapidly through the chamber and cooks the materials inside, the food inside, without adding grease. The advantage of doing this is that you're going to get 80% less fat content in your food because the oil is removed. The top and front here is covered with 304 stainless steel, which is a nice looking addition to any kitchen, and it's easy to clean. Inside of the cooker, the inside is also 304 stainless steel, and this is also stainless steel up here, but it's been treated to take the heat. Here you can see the heating element that produces the heat that's blown down by a high-speed fan. The fan is located in the top, and you can see it down inside this compartment. On the bottom of the appliance, besides the labels, you'll find a reset hole with a button inside of it that you can press to reset it if something happens. On the back of the appliance, you'll see an air inlet port. There's also one on each side to let air inside to be heated and blown across the food, and this is an air outlet. Make sure there's adequate room for the air to circulate, and do not block these ports. The appliance works a little better if you take this pan that you cook in and preheat it for about 3 minutes inside of this air fryer to make it warm. That way it's not cold when you put in your food. There are a lot of safety features with this appliance. If you reach down and pull the pan out, the appliance will shut off to protect you. Whenever you remove the pan, always take care that it's very hot, and you don't want to set it on something that might be burned or touch it with your hand. The only part of the appliance that should be washed are these two items here. You never want to immerse the appliance in water. These two items here are removable, plus this divider, and they can be washed in your sink with warm soapy water, or also washed in your dishwasher. For our first meal, we're going to try some chicken tenders and fries, something simple. There is a nice cookbook in the with the appliance, but unfortunately it's all in a foreign language, and so it's pretty much not helpful to anybody from America. Hopefully this will be translated and converted to the American language. Here you can see we've loaded up the fryer with some chicken tenders and some fries. We're going to cook these in the air fryer. We're going to set it for about 200 degrees C, and we're going to go at 16 minutes, and we're going to check it. It says that certain types of items need to be shaken during the cooking process because they're touching each other and they're not getting the airflow. So about halfway through, we're going to take this and shake it and then cook it again. Before we loaded it up, we took this and stuck it in the air fryer for 3 minutes and preheated it at 200 degrees. We also thoroughly washed it per the instructions before the first use. Here you can see we're cooking our lunch, and you can hear the fan running, but really it's fairly quiet. Here you can see the exhaust for the air fryer, and it's running at 200 degrees, and it's warm, but it's not hot, so it's much cooler than I thought it was going to be. Here you can see the results after only 10 minutes. We open up the air fryer to stir the chicken and the French fries just to make sure they get crispy all around. Here you can see the fries. We cooked it for 19 minutes. The chicken was done, the fries weren't. So we took the chicken out and we went ahead and ate it because it's pretty late. So we cooked this another 10 minutes, cooked it 5 minutes, then shook it, and then cooked it another 5, and now the fries are nice and crispy. Overall, we've just finished our first meal. Everything was cooked very well and to perfection. I have to comment though, the potato French fries took much longer to cook than the instruction says. We actually cooked them for about 16 minutes with some chicken in there, and then we wound up taking them out and cooking them by themselves for another 10 minutes. It is important to shake the basket, so after 5 minutes you take it out and you shake it, and it tosses the fries and lets the other sides get cooked. When they were done, they were just as good as if they'd been baked in the oven, for example. The advantage is you don't have all that heat in your kitchen in the summertime. After our meal was finished, the cleanup is fast and easy. You simply pull out the drawer, take the serving tray and the baking tray, and stick it into the dishwasher or stick it in the sink. In our case, we stuck it in the sink. It was an easy clean surface. It was cleaned up in a few seconds. As an appliance, this device worked very well. I'd rate it 5 stars. My wife, though, feels like it's a 4-star because she's highly nervous about the temperature settings being in degrees C, and she's disappointed that the cookbook with all the recipes in it is in a foreign language that's not available in English. If it had been in English in a colored cookbook like it came, and this was read out in degrees Fahrenheit, she would have given it a 5-star rating. This review is done by JJCEO. I'd like you to know I've supplied a sample for test and evaluation, and I promise to give a fair and honest review.